98.7 WFGR. It is 7:31 on a Wednesday morning. Dave, you're back from your mission?
Yes, I am.
I sent you down to the end of the hall, didn't I?
Yeah.
And this time it wasn't for doing something you shouldn't have.
Right. I didn't say any bad swears or anything.
No bad swears this time or nothing. Good for you. That's up. That's forward momentum, my friend.
Exactly.
I'm
That's
proud
what it's
of
all
you.
about.
You get a gold star for the day.
Thank you for that.
Actually, with the kidding aside, we kind of stumbled across something yesterday. I had a listener send me in a little note on my Facebook page about a contest that's going on with the Home Depot and how they are trying to benefit the Grand Rapids Veterans Home. And
this is fantastic.
I jumped up on this. I'm like, dude, we got to run away with this one because this is a big deal.
Right.
I mean, $250,000 to the Grand Rapids Home for Veterans is a lot of money.
Most definitely.
So I did a little research. I called a couple of people here and there, and I ended up finding Tiffany Carr. And good morning, Tiffany. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your role at the Grand Rapids Home for Veterans.
I've actually been there 13 years.
Is that right?
I have. The great part is I've been paid to play with the veterans for 10 of the 13 as a rec therapy manager over there. So quality of life's a really big passion for me.
Sure.
Then I just took the director of member and community relations about 2 years ago, and my sole job and mission is to get out into West Michigan and more and tell them, everyone who will listen, hey, you got a plethora of veterans right here in your backyard.
Yeah.
And we'd love to have partnerships and people to come in and meet our veterans and take care of us.
How many people are currently living in the Grand Rapids Home for Veterans?
Currently, we have 428 long-term care veterans and dependents. We do take some dependents, so we have roughly about 30 ladies living with us, and some of them are veterans themselves.
Sure.
Then we have about 67 right now domiciliary, transitional unit, more of our Vietnam vets and our Gulf War veterans.
So you give me the age range between all of the veterans here. That you've got them from when to when?
Currently with our Gulf War vets, we're looking at mid-30s up to 90. I want to say 98 might be our oldest veteran right now. World War II is still prominent. Fortunately, their age rate, we lose them a little faster than we'd like, but Vietnam is our prominent era that we're taking care of right now.
So you got guys in there my dad's age.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So how do you qualify to actually be admitted to one of these veterans' homes?
Any Michigan veteran who served 90 days of active service, honorably discharged from the service, has the ability to come live in either our facility, our home, or also our Jacob Betty up in the Marquette is our sister home.
Okay.
Up there. So that's a smaller bed unit, about 183 beds, and they service the UP veterans up there. So, and then we also take dependents of a veteran.
Sure.
Excellent.
So if they got a wife or a child or something like that,
Absolutely.
they can come stay as well.
Yeah, we have some mothers and sons actually right now. We have husbands and wives.
No kidding.
They don't always live
Fantastic.
together when they come to us.
Yeah, sometimes that makes it easier.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Put her down the hall, we're going to get along a lot.
I'll see her at lunch.
So now let's get down to this contest. Now, this started off with the Home Depot, and you won like a first-round competition.
We did. February, our local Grand Rapids, basically, Home Depot, came May 2010 and pushed some of our veterans to our Memorial Day ceremony.
Yeah.
Those store managers, Doug Bell in specific and Dave Mann, brought their family, and they said, wow, this is a really cool place, and there's a lot of good we can do here with something called Aprons in Action.
Yeah.
And that's literally a program. The foundation, the company has dedicated $30 million to help veterans in local communities. And it puts into action servant-driven leaders within the stores that go out in orange shirts and do the work. So it's not only money, but it's labor of hands of folks from Home Depot. So they had nominated us for February. We did this exact process, getting out, telling everyone, vote for us, take the 3 seconds on Facebook. It happened, and we won the $25,000.
$25,000 in the first round.
Wow.
That's a chunk of money. That's like half your year's.
I was going to say.
No, that's like double your year's
twice
salary.
my annual income. So, wow.
$25,000 the first round.
We did.
And what did you put that money toward?
That money, we just last Friday planted, we had a huge eyesore of a patio area for our veterans. And in Michigan, there's very little sun. So any minute we can get some sun and fresh air, we try to get our vets out in the sun. And it's a very small, confined land area. It was overgrown, ugly. We ripped that all out with Home Depot. We planted beautiful fountains, greenery, bushes. Just it's going to be awesome in full bloom, which stares at the huge, the biggest West Michigan American flag that flies.
Yeah.
If you ever drive by on Monroe.
You know what? I remember going back to when I was in the 2nd and 3rd grade, and I went to a little school in Belmont called Assumption up there in Belmont. And that was one of our field trips when we were little
Right.
kids was you're going to go to the Grand Rapids Home for Veterans, you're going to pass out mints, you're going to sing a few songs and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really familiar with being – I haven't been there in a long time, I'll give you that.
Right.
But, I'm familiar with it, and I know the setting. It's right over there off Monroe, right?
It's absolutely. We sit on 70 acres there from the 96 where you see our cemetery, the only Michigan State Veterans Cemetery there, all the way to 3 Mile.
No kidding.
So,
That's a huge facility.
It's beautiful.
Now let's talk about the $250,000. Let's say we push this thing all the way through and we find a way to get these votes. I mean, I'm sure you're up against some extremely qualified competitors.
We are because they're all veterans. It's hard to really get that competitive because everyone deserves a veteran anywhere. But I'll have to say, West Michigan in our project is room renovations. There's a great video that hopefully everyone will be snagging on here over social media the next couple days and weeks to see in person. But literally, we have some bedrooms, veterans living in 3 and 4 into a room. And if you were to see that space, it's very starch gray. It hasn't changed since 1975.
No kid. Is that when it was built?
Wow.
No,
yes.
it couldn't have been.
Well, that building was.
Okay,
We've
all
been
right.
there since 1886,
I was
but
going to say,
there's
it's
been
been
new
longer
buildings.
than that, yeah.
But I found a postcard from 1975, and I stood in the doorway, and it's exactly the same color, exactly the same.
No
the beds
kidding.
are different, but
Sure.
floor, everything.
Time for a renovation.
Absolutely. And not to mention the privacy and dignity. The private rooms, semi-private rooms build a 3/4 partition wall to actually make their own space.
Yeah.
They have a lot of members want their own recliner. They want their own plants and things from home that make it feel like home if they're going to spend their last days there. So this project couldn't affect more veterans' lives than anything else we can do. I mean, we can feed them donuts and do fun things and take them to Van Andel all day long. But when you live 24/7 in a room with 3 other individuals with no privacy, I think that takes quality of life to a whole new level.
And the thing that got me, too, is I got a chance to watch this video. And we have it up online at WFGR.com, so you can go see that video. We'll repost it again a little bit later on today. But the thing that got me, too, was the story of the gentleman in that video who, he's in one of these quad rooms with 4 people in it, and the guy next to him's dying. Yeah. And he couldn't get 5 minutes alone with his wife because you just can't move.
Right.
Unbelievable. To think
Very
that we can
sad.
pull this kind of thing off, and with the collective work in Grand Rapids to just go on a Facebook page and vote for this kind of thing, that's a gift that we need to give back, in my opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Now, let's talk a little bit about the Veterans Home itself. What if people wanted to become active in helping you down at the Veterans Home? Is there an opportunity for that?
We are always in need of volunteers, particularly for members, just one-to-one. Someone who just says, I'm willing, my best skill is listening or talking. We have a lot of veterans who've either outlived, maybe never married, or maybe are estranged from families, and we are their family. And so our volunteer pool is about 900 strong. But those volunteers sometimes come once a year, sometimes some come daily just to help feed and chapel services. So anytime that anyone's interested, we have a Facebook page now through the Vets Home. You can contact me. I'm on there as a contact. I'll connect you with our volunteer coordinator. We'd love to have any and everyone. Even, we have families who come.
Sure.
And that's their sole job on Sunday. They take people to chapel.
Nice.
And it's cliche to say this, but volunteers always end up getting even more out of the experience than the veterans do in a lot of cases.
If you saw the longevity of our volunteer list, you'd be amazed. Our volunteer banquet is in September, and we were giving away 25, 35, 50-year pins to volunteers.
Amazing.
It says a lot.
It says a lot about our community, and it says a lot about the people in it. It
Absolutely.
Really does. Here's the thing. This is all going to be up online at WFGR.com. We'll have the Facebook page link. The voting starts today at 9 o'clock, and it goes all the way through the end of the month. Is that correct?
Correct.
Here's what we're asking. Vote. Share it on Facebook. Talk about it. Tell your friends. Get out and spread the word on this thing, because with the size of a city like Grand Rapids, this is easily doable to win.
No question.
I firmly believe that, and I give you our 100% support until the end of this month to make this happen.
Greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
We're excited
welcome.
about this. I know you're going to go over and talk to Andy Rent, too, on the river, so we'll let you get out of here. Tiffany, thanks so much. We'll grab a quick picture. We'll put this up as a podcast. We want this $250,000 for the Grand Rapids Veterans Home. Anything we can do between now and then, you let us know, and we'll do it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Like that. All right. Tiffany Carr from the Grand Rapids Home for Vets. We appreciate your vote. We look forward to getting this thing done, and I think together we can do it. I really do. REO Speedwagon. It is on 98.7 WFGR.